and I'm very excited to start this new journey of a Splunk from today. So let me just give you the brief intro about a Splunk. Splunk is log analyzing and monitoring tool. You may have already heard about it at many different places. So let me cover it up in very short. Splunk is log analyzing and monitoring tool. It allows you to play with your data, and that data can be generated by your applications, network devices, etc. Right? So having said that, you can use Splunk for many other purposes too. For example, like you can use it for your infrastructure monitoring as well. There are many ready-to-use applications available in this Splunk marketplace. Those you can use for your infrastructure monitoring. The widely used application is the AWS for Splunk, so that can be used to monitor your overall AWS cloud infrastructure. So that's the short intro about Splunk. And then coming to the next slide about the main components of Splunk. So let me just show you. Yeah, so here it is. So the main Splunk components are, as you can see here, the Splunk search head, Splunk indexer, and then the Splunk forwarders. So, I mean, there are other components as well. It's not just limited to these three components, but these are the main components to start with the Splunk instance, basically. So, as to start from the bottom is Splunk forwarders. So Splunk forwarder is key. It's something which resides on the machine where your data originates, basically. So what it does, it pushes the data from the data originate machine to the indexer machine, which is the second here, as you can see in the picture, right? So what a Splunk indexer does then, once they receive the data from Splunk forwarders, they process the data and then they store it in the Splunk indexes in the form of events. So, I mean, nothing to worry. We are going to learn more about Splunk as along with the hands-on experience in the coming lectures. So for now, just keep it in mind that Splunk forwarder is something which pushes the data from the data originated machines to the Splunk indexer machine. And then Splunk indexer receives that data, it processes that data, and then it stores it in Splunk indexes in the form of events. And then the third one and the last component comes here is Splunk search head. So what Splunk search head does, it gives you an opportunity, it gives you an option to access the Splunk web interface, basically. So you can log into the Splunk web interface, and then the data what the Splunk indexer processed and stored, you can search on that data, you can visualize that data, you can add the knowledge objects to that data, and then like using the Splunk search queries and all. So we are going to learn all these things in detail in the coming up lectures, but yeah, so once you search the data using Splunk search head, you can add up the knowledge objects to it, and then you can save those knowledge objects as a Splunk alerts, reports, or dashboards. You can set up interactive dashboards for business teams for monitoring and all. So this is the short intro explanation about Splunk. I mean, it's not obviously limited to all these things. There are plenty of things which you can do using Splunk. You can integrate it with your databases, like it can be your production database or the replica ones. And then you can set up you can pull out the data from your databases and then set up the reports in Splunk to avoid the manual send out of the reports. So you can automate it using Splunk. The other way around, you can also use Splunk to push the data from Splunk to your database. Like if you have your data warehouse in your company and you do not have the relevant information there in the data warehouse to fulfill the business requirements. So what you can do, you can push the data from Splunk logs to your data warehouse, and then you can merge the data there and then post that you can proceed further based on the business requirements. Yeah, so I think that's it about this Splunk intro for now. And as I said, I'm really excited to start this new journey. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do that. I really need your support on it. And I'll see you in the next lecture. Thanks.